Welcome to Knicks.com. Jonah Ballow here with Derek Fisher. Derek, first of all, welcome to New York as the 26th head coach in franchise history. What does it feel like when you step through the doors here at the training center and now your name is with the Knicks as the head coach?
Yeah, no, it's an overwhelming feeling. It's surreal, but one that I'm excited about. I'm thankful for this opportunity, and I look forward to getting to work. You know, for the players, for this organization, for this city. There's a lot of excitement, and I'm looking forward to getting after it.
You know, it's remarkable. I think you were just in the conference finals, and here you are accepting the head coaching position. How did this materialize? How did it happen so quickly, and to really push you into a decision here to now change roles in your basketball career?
Yeah, it did happen rather quickly in terms of making the decision to become a head coach. You know, 2 weeks or so after playing my last game, but. You know, I think that the process of being able to handle these responsibilities has been something in the works for years. And so, you know, my family and I spent some time over the last couple of weeks just talking and, you know, coming to a place of understanding about what this all would mean for us. And once that was solid, I think the basketball part kind of took care of itself. This is a game that I love, that I'm passionate about. And having this opportunity with this organization, with Phil Jackson and everybody involved, I'm excited about doing some great things.
Obviously, we know the relationship with Phil Jackson and winning those 5 championships under him. What does he mean to you, not only as a player, but now as a mentor, as a guy who's going to be in the front office right alongside with you during this process?
Yeah, it's unfathomable to think about how we're now going to work together after being coach-player and seeing each other a lot, but now in such a different capacity. You know, working really closely together to try and get the most out of this team and help bring championship success to this organization. I'm excited about it. I learned a great deal from Phil, not just as a player in regards to basketball, but as a person in regards to life. And so I'm excited about learning more from him and also sharing with our players a lot of those lessons that I learned from him along the way.
During this process, was there a back and forth between you guys as far as Phil trying to understand where you wanted to go as a head coach and maybe your direction and philosophy, or was that all pretty much understood when you came in and started this discussion?
No, most of our discussions were centered around just being able to make the decision that head coaching is something that I could get to right now. And he really respected the process that, you know, I and my family needed to go through to get to that point. And so we'll dive more into the specifics of, you know, system and details and philosophy and those things. But I don't think, you know, he or I doubted that we could come to a common place in terms of basketball. He just wanted to make sure that the commitment to New York, to the Knicks, to the city, that I could get there, you know, in less than 2 weeks, basically. But I'm here, we're here, and we're ready to go.
Now, when you look at a head coach, especially an NBA head coach, what are some of the responsibilities, some of the traits that you think makes one of, you know, those guys successful, such as a Phil Jackson or some of the coaches we've seen in the past? Specifically, what do you think makes that part successful, and where you can kind of play a role in that?
Yeah, well, you know, coaching has really evolved in pro sports today, and in basketball in particular. Obviously, you need to be able to coach your team in regards to strategy, basketball, X's and O's. You know, having a team that's committed to the details, focused, motivated, disciplined, you know, hard workers, all of those things. You have to have those things just to be in the gym. But the parts of the job I think that are really important to success are the relationships with your players, the level of engagement that you can bring out of the players to actually get them to make the choice on how great they want to be, that you're not browbeating and making them do something that they don't want to do, but you're actually showing them how they can do all the things they've ever wanted to do. And to me, that's the art. That's where the magic happens. Phil Jackson's been able to do it as well as anyone ever. And now at the beginning of my career here, I'm hopeful I can even scratch the surface, but I'm excited about the opportunity.
What can you gain from the learning experiences of playing with Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, these guys that are at the highest level of the game, and also some personalities that are also high up there in terms of what we see from the outside looking in. Is that helpful in this situation?
I hope it will be. I think I was able to master how to navigate, egos and personalities and the demands that come from, your star players, your franchise players, how to diffuse situations, but still not patronize a guy or make a guy feel as though his goals aren't your goals. But at the same time, I was one of the rest of the guys on the team. I was a role player. I was one of the guys that sometimes didn't get to play a lot. And so those experiences are going to help me with our entire roster, not just focus on my star teammates or now my star players, but every guy on the roster has an opportunity to impact us positively. I experienced it, I did it, and I'm hopeful that I can share things that will help all of our guys be able to do it.
When examining philosophies, offensive philosophies, obviously we know the triangle offense with Phil Jackson has been so successful, but you look at the game today, spreading out the offense, getting guys, playing multiple positions, like we see the Heat and the Spurs with taking their bigs and playing out wide. How do you see sort of the new age and sort of the triangle offense and what you really want to install here in New York?
Yeah, basketball has, for sure, NBA basketball in particular has evolved a lot. There's obviously a lot more pick and roll, guards getting penetration into the lane and kicking out for threes. It's layups, dunks, free throws, and threes. And so, the system that we'll ultimately use, if it's the triangle, we still feel like within that system, there are ways to do everything that you need to do to be an effective offensive team. If we choose the triangle, there'll be some things that we have to tweak, that we have to hone in on how to be effective in the NBA today with it. But by and large, everyone is using some principle from the triangle. There's two-man game going on one side, three guys on the other side. There's a guy on the wing and in the corner, and then a dunker spot on this side. And we got guys playing off the elbow on this side. So it's all in there. It's just not called the triangle. But we'll find a way to help make our guys as effective as they can be.
I love the X's and O's there. Quickly, Carmelo Anthony, obviously his situation with free agency and the roster. How will you approach all that?
Well, we'll have to get into that right away. But, like I said a little bit earlier, it's ultimately Carmelo's choice in terms of becoming a free agent or not, and staying here and being a part of this organization. Having experienced free agency as a player, it's something that you embrace and that you want to experience. At the same time, there are certain places that you want to be. And so we're hopeful that this is a place where Carmelo wants to be. We're hopeful that the addition of Phil Jackson and what he brings to an organization is enticing enough. And hopefully now with my addition, he believes that we're bringing in people that have experienced where it is he wants to go and that we're committed to helping him get there. But as all of us have to do, a lot of times decisions are ultimately what's best for us and our families, and Carmelo will make that choice. He's a person first and foremost, so we'll love and support whatever decision that is ultimately that's best for he and his family, but we, no question, want that to be here. We're going to do everything we can to make that happen. Okay,
I have a very serious question. I know you've answered a lot today. Can you bench more than any of your players now?
No.
No. I don't believe it.
No, I cannot. Maybe a few of them. But no.
What about out-shooting them from the three-point land?
No, I think those days are over too. I'm sure some guys will challenge me, and I'll have to sneak in here when guys aren't here to make sure I'm still getting some shots up. So when they challenge me, I can try and beat them. But no, they're the players now, and I'm the coach, and even in order to keep their confidence high, I'll probably let them beat me anyway.
Look at that. Speaking like a real coach from day one. I love it. From Little Rock to LA, winning 5 rings, Oklahoma City there, a couple stops away, and now in New York with Phil Jackson. It's been amazing to watch your career, and we're excited to follow all the coverage throughout this season right here on Knicks.com. We appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thanks, Jonah.
There he is, Derek Fisher, right here on Knicks.com.